Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Jack Brennan may have a theory about Carly Spencer. The inquiry into who is after Sonny Corinthos will intensify. So let's speak about the ongoing threat he faces. Despite the additional security procedures in place, a suspicious nurse recently targeted Sonny in a Los Angeles hospital. Brick was there to keep Sonny safe, but his strategy evidently failed. That's probable because the woman who pursued Sonny appears to be a real nurse who has been corrupted. What better approach to get to Sonny than to utilize someone who is always present at this institution and will not raise any red flags? This employee was presumably paid a lot of money to give Sonny a simple deadly injection. However, Sonny will survive this assassination attempt, and he may be able to steal the syringe and use it on this wicked nurse. Whatever the case, Sonny will use up another of his 9 lives by surviving this tragedy. Even so, Carly will start to worry when Sonny's luck will run out. Sonny escaped a terrible fate in that penthouse explosion, and he will now avoid a catastrophic outcome in the hospital. Carly will undoubtedly be concerned that if the same individual orders these hits again, it will be the 3rd time lucky. Naturally, Carly will need someone to lean on after all of the Sonny tragedy in Los Angeles. It appears like Carly will provide Brennan with updates and support in the aftermath. According to GH spoilers, Brennan will eventually reveal an idea, and Carly may be the one to hear it. Perhaps Brennan will identify a top suspect and offer to investigate to determine whether it is real. Brennan has already been suspicious of Jen Sidwell, so he may put the blame at Port Charles's newest villain during his chat with Carly. Perhaps Brennan will learn about all of the current Natalia Ramirez turmoil and believe she released information that set Sidwell's next hit in motion. Regardless, Brennan may offer to do anything he can to help uncover the mystery. Sonny means a lot to Carly and the rest of his loved ones, so Brennan may recognize this and boost up his attempts to uncover the truth. However, Brennan is not a particularly trustworthy character. Brennan has some redeeming characteristics, but he also has numerous flaws and nasty secrets. In other words, Brennan cannot be ruled out as a suspect in these attempts to permanently eliminate Sonny. Despite Brennan's promises about discovering the culprit, he could be attempting to throw Carly off track. Regardless of how the remainder of the drama unfolds, General Hospital spoilers indicate that Sonny's storyline will include some surprising news and exciting scenes for fans. General Hospital spoilers suggest that some May sweeps turmoil will ensue. As various stories spiral out of control, some major revelations are on the way. Here's what fans can expect. For starters, Drew Kane may finally face the consequences he deserves. The issue will begin with Nina Reeves' escort trap, but Drew may be able to talk his way out of it by convincing Willow that he is innocent. Of course, GH viewers are well aware that Drew has committed numerous other crimes, such as bribing that clinic employee to lie about Michael Corinthos' refusal to allow Willow to visit. There's also the subject of Drew and Nina's previous hookups. Willow should have known Drew was sleeping with Nina, while claiming to be in love with her kid by now. Drew will do his best to keep his house of cards from collapsing for as long as possible, but it appears that he is in for a significant setback. There will also be some narrative developments involving Sonny Corinthos and the continuous attempts to get him out permanently. Will the culprit in the penthouse explosion ultimately be revealed? Did the same individual pay the nurse to pursue Sonny in Los Angeles? Although Jen Sidwell has been suspected as the prospective culprit behind these hits, it is possible that the GH writers will choose someone more shocking in the end. Meanwhile, Jocelyn Jacks will work hard to get the research assistant post, but Professor Henry Dalton may be more creepy than she understands. Professor Dalton appears to be overly interested with Emma Scorpio Drake. Will Jocelyn have to save her from a controversial situation? Could Jocelyn become the new object of Professor Dalton's affection, putting her in a difficult situation? Over with Lulu Spencer. Her persistent investigation may pay off if she is the one to discover the truth regarding Gio Palmieri's parentage. Brooklyn Quartermain disapproves of Lulu's adoption narrative, but she may alter her mind if she discovers Gio is her biological son. At the very least, Dante Falconeri appears to be on the verge of discovering Brooklyn's secret pregnancy during May sweeps, which will also reveal that he has a child he was unaware of. Finally, the nurses' ball begins on May 20th, which will set the stage for some May sweeps curveballs. Lucy Coe will forecast that this will be a night to remember, but that may not be good news for some unlucky PC residents. General Hospital spoilers predict that the May sweeps will be filled with soapy mayhem, so we'll keep you updated on all the exciting developments. General Hospital spoilers. Brennan's theory for Carly and Sonny investigation heats up. The drama in Port Charles never stops, and according to the most recent General Hospital spoilers, tensions are approaching a boiling point as Brennan's assumption about Carly takes center stage, while the inquiry into Sonny's behavior continues. Fans of the long-running soap drama can expect another intense week as alliances shift, secrets threaten to unravel, and frightening confrontations loom ahead. Carly is in a difficult position as Brennan becomes more involved in the brewing catastrophe, and Sonny's empire is under unprecedented scrutiny. Brennan, whose motivations have always been cloaked in mystery, appears to be focusing on Carly with a new notion that could have disastrous effects. It's unclear whether he believes she knows more than she admits or suspects her of being involved in something even more evil. However, one thing is certain: Carly's world is going to be rocked. Carly, known for her resilience and quick thinking, has fought numerous opponents over the years, but Brennan's deliberate approach may pose a different threat. His ability to manipulate situations and people makes him a deadly enemy, and if he has set his sights on Carly, she may need more than her normal cunning to outwit him. Meanwhile, the probe into Sonny's financial operations is intensifying, putting him and his entire company at peril. Sonny Corinthos has spent decades creating his empire, carefully combining his respectable businesses with the more sinister portions of his activities. However, with law police closing in, his normal techniques of intimidation and smart partnerships may not suffice this time. The strain builds as police and federal investigators go further, unearthing leads that could reveal Sonny's vulnerabilities. With old and new foes waiting for him to fall, Sonny must step carefully. One wrong move might lead to his demise. The link between Brennan's suspicions about Carly and the growing probe into Sonny adds another degree of intricacy to the plot. Could Brennan use Carly as a pawn to get at Sonny? Or does he have a personal goal that extends beyond the Corinthos family? The merging of these two plotlines indicates a high-stakes game of cat and mouse, with loyalties being challenged and betrayals coming from unexpected sources. Carly, who has always been extremely protective of her family, will almost certainly go to any length to protect Sonny and those she cares about. However, Brennan's shrewd nature suggests that he may already be many steps ahead, anticipating her every move. If he has evidence or even created proof linking Carly to unlawful acts, she may find herself imprisoned in a legal nightmare with no simple way out. And with Sonny preoccupied with his own struggles, Carly may have to rely on her own resources to fight back. On the other side of the conflict, Sonny's close circle is under strain. Jason, his longtime enforcer and confidant, is a staunch comrade, but his devotion may be tested as new challenges emerge. With Drew's return and his delicate relationship with Carly, tensions in the group may approach a breaking point. Add to that the constant threat of opposing factions capitalizing on Sonny's issues, and the stakes have never been higher. As the investigation develops, earlier transgressions may come back to haunt crucial people. Secrets that were buried years ago could resurface, endangering several lives. Nina Reeves, whose vendettas and plots have previously caused mayhem, may potentially be involved in the brewing drama. Her connections to Carly and Sonny make her a wild card, someone who may either help or harm their efforts to withstand the impending storm. The people of Port Charles are no strangers to scandal, but the current wave of unrest threatens to upend the status quo in ways no one could imagine. With Brennan pulling strings behind the scenes and law enforcement moving down on Sonny, the town's power dynamics are shifting. Friendships will be strained, alliances will be shattered, and some people may face unfathomable decisions. Carly's situation is particularly terrible. If Brennan's hypothesis gains traction, she risks losing everything: her independence, her family, and her hard-earned reputation. Meanwhile, Sonny must decide how far he will go to safeguard his business. Will he go to drastic lengths, or will he try to outwit his pursuers through more subtle means? Where does this leave Jason, whose unshakable commitment to Sonny has defined his life for years? The coming weeks promise to provide some of the most intense drama General Hospital has seen in years. With Brennan's schemes, Carly's vulnerabilities, and Sonny's empire under attack, the stage is set for a spectacular confrontation. Fans can expect startling twists, intense confrontations, and game-changing revelations as the plot progresses. Nobody is truly safe in a community where danger lurks around every corner and trust is in short supply. As Brennan's idea gets traction and the investigation into Sonny reaches a critical juncture, the lives of Port Charles's most powerful actors hang in the balance. Who will be triumphant and who will lose? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the war for control has just begun. May Sweeps is one of the most anticipated times on the television calendar, when networks go all out to produce jaw-dropping moments, surprising twists, and game-changing revelations. This is when ratings are most important, and showrunners create the most exciting episodes to keep viewers riveted to their televisions. As May Sweeps approaches, turmoil is destined to erupt across numerous series, revealing long-buried truths, pushing relationships to their boundaries, and putting people in life-or-death situations. Fans may expect betrayals, surprising returns, and cliffhangers that will have them counting down the days to the next season. One of the most notable trends these May Sweeps is the resurrection of great villains. Miniseries are reintroducing classic enemies, whether through flashbacks, sudden resurrections, or long-awaited encounters. These returns are intended to disrupt the existing quo and drive heroes to make hard decisions. Whether it's a vindictive ex-lover, a presumed dead opponent, or a skilled manipulator making their move, these villains will make an indelible impression. Several episodes are also slated to reveal long-running mysteries, including explanations to missing characters, unsolved crimes, and hidden identities, rewarding faithful viewers who have been guessing for years. Romantic relationships will also be tested. Love triangles will reach a boiling point, with some couples parting apart and others strengthening their relationships in unexpected ways. Secret affairs will be revealed, resulting in public controversies and emotional confrontations. Meanwhile, friendships will crumble under the weight of betrayal, causing characters to question who they can truly trust. Some alliances will be irreversibly damaged, while others will emerge stronger than ever. Of all, no May Sweeps are complete without a few major deaths. While some casualties will be sacrificial heroes achieving terrible yet heroic goals, others will be surprising, last-minute surprises that will leave audiences stunned. The showrunners have intimated that no one is safe, which means that even fan favorites may meet untimely deaths. It is unclear if these deaths are permanent or simply a setup for a dramatic return, but they will surely alter the course of their individual series. Beyond individual character arcs, larger narratives will reach a culmination. Conspiracies will unfold, demonstrating that what spectators believed they knew was only a portion of the reality. Power disputes will escalate, with thrones, empires, and leadership positions changing hands in violent or unexpected ways. Some series will even introduce completely new threats in the last moments, laying the groundwork for the next season's most significant fight. For soap operas, May Sweeps is unusually tumultuous, with amnesia storylines, secret twins, and long-lost relatives reappearing at the worst possible time. Medical dramas will face catastrophic situations, while crime procedurals will finally resolve their most personal cases, sometimes at a terrible cost. Even comedies will take emotional turns, combining humor with heartfelt farewells or unexpected romantic confessions. Reality TV will not be left out, with competitive shows featuring their most intense eliminations yet. Betrayals among allies, stunning upsets, and last-minute rule changes will have fans on the edge of their seats. Meanwhile, talk shows and late-night programs will feature A-list celebrity guests and exclusive interviews to capitalize on the season's increased hype. The streaming world is also getting involved, with big platforms releasing surprise episodes or early season finales to compete with traditional networks. Binge watchers will have enough to choose from, as some shows release many episodes at once, ensuring that cliffhangers are resolved in quick succession. As each twist airs, social media will be flooded with reactions, with fans studying every scene for hints about what will happen next. Theories will fly wild, and showrunners may even interact directly with viewers, providing cryptic hints or outright misinformation to keep the suspense alive. Finally, May Sweeps is a celebration of TV at its most surprising. It's a period when authors take bold risks, actors give their best performances, and fans get rewarded for their loyalty. Every program, regardless of genre, attempts to make a lasting impression. Drew Cain will plead with Willow Corinthos over the next 2 weeks, from April 28th to May 9th, according to General Hospital spoilers. Meanwhile, the Sonny Corinthos mystery grows. Max Scorpio will also be investigating a crime, so there will be plenty of action on the ABC serial. During the week of April 28th to May 2nd, Sonny will survive the creepy nurse's attempt to kill him, but Carly Spencer is concerned that the baddie behind these hits may strike again. It appears that Carly will seek assistance from Jack Brennan, therefore he will propose a theory. Will Brennan suspect Jen Sidwell as chasing Sonny, or will he blame someone else? Drew will be pointing fingers a lot once Willow gets home and finds him in bed with Jacinda. Nina Reeves will have some regrets about her plan, but she will carry on anyhow, which means Drew will have to deal with Willow's angry reaction. Willow will understandably believe Drew cheated when she sees another woman in bed with him, especially since Jacinda will try to sell the story. Drew, on the other hand, will beg Willow to listen to him and work hard to persuade her that there must be another explanation. When Drew goes back to the night before, he may conclude he was drugged and suspect someone set him up. Will Drew settle on Nina as his top suspect? He'll celebrate with Trina Robinson at the Savoy before his procedure. Unfortunately, GH has dropped some alarming indications about Kai's operation, so things may not go as planned. Will Kai wake up crippled, confirming one of Trina's darkest fears? Next, Jocelyn Jax will not give up, despite the mounting hurdles. Despite the fact that Jocelyn's mission will become more difficult, she will devise a strategy to entice Professor Henry Dalton and secure the coveted position of research assistant. That is the next stage in Jocelyn's WSB assignment, so she will work hard to complete it while also pleasing Vaughn and Brennan. Because Brooklyn Quartermain will be so concerned about Lulu Spencer's adoption tale, Harrison Chase will try to assist. Chase will have a favor to ask Dante Falconeri, thus he may believe Dante may persuade Lulu to drop the story. Dante may not be willing to require that of Lulu, but he will at least talk to her and try to alleviate the tension she is experiencing with Brooklyn. Lulu and Dante's chat will take a more personal turn, so expect her to admit she is still in love with him as their emotions spill forth. Christina Corinthos Davis will go to great lengths to have Alexis Davis committed. Alexis will also face blowback from Molly Lansing Davis, so how will she deal with their inquiries and outrage? Alexis may eventually speak with Christina alone and discuss the events that lead to the creation of those documents. Christina may soon discover that Ava Jerome is blackmailing Alexis, and that a mental institution stay could be her best option if her automobile sabotage goes wrong. Meanwhile, Mac will receive updates on a crime. Will he learn about the most recent attempt on Sonny's life? If the hit is linked to the explosion at Sonny's apartment, the PCPD may need to work with Los Angeles police. Of course, Drew may disclose the entire drugging incident and try to prove to Willow that he is the victim here. Whatever the case, Mac will have to conduct some investigation. Drew, who hired a clinic worker to imply Michael Corinthos did not want anything to do with Willow, may find things much more problematic over the week of May 5th to 9th. Jason Morgan could simply chat to Michael on the phone and find he had no idea Willow had come to visit. Will Drew's web of lies eventually trip him up? Naturally, Jason will seek answers concerning the repeated attacks on Sonny and may do some investigations while the crime boss recovers from surgery. The Sonny mystery will grow, but things will become clearer as the story progresses. Finally, Kai may become depressed after undergoing his own operation. If Kai's condition worsens, he may tell Trina that he wishes he had listened to her and avoided such a risky move. General Hospital spoilers suggest the next 2 weeks will be filled with challenging medical predictions and disturbing news, so stay tuned. General Hospital spoilers for the next 2 weeks. Drew pleads with Willow, Sonny's mystery deepens, and Mac investigates a crime. The following 2 weeks at General Hospital promise to be full of drama, suspense, and dramatic confrontations as the lives of Port Charles residents take unexpected twists. From poignant appeals to deepening mysteries and criminal investigations, fans won't want to miss a thing. Drew's desperate appeal to Willow. Drew Cain finds himself in a terrible situation when he calls out to Willow Tate in an act of desperation. Drew seeks Willow's compassion and support while his life is in upheaval, and his connections are strained. Their chat is expected to be emotional as Drew expresses his emotions, maybe disclosing secrets or regrets that might forever alter their dynamic. Willow, who has faced her own challenges, may find herself divided between showing compassion and preserving her own heart. Willow's relationship with Drew has always been tricky, particularly considering their shared history with Michael and the current tensions among the Corinthos family. As Drew pleads his case, viewers will be left wondering whether Willow will grant him the second chance he seeks, or if she will maintain her limits. This emotional interaction could have repercussions throughout Port Charles, particularly for Michael, who may not like Drew's intrusion into their lives. Sonny's mystery takes a darker turn. Meanwhile, Sonny Corinthos is engaged in a growing mystery that threatens to destabilize his world. Recent events have made him question everything, and the next 2 weeks will only add to the mystery that surrounds him. Sonny is on high alert whenever a corporate threat, a personal betrayal, or a ghost from his past resurfaces. Fans have theorized that this enigma may be related to his recent erratic conduct, memory lapses, or the revelation of a long-buried secret. With Ava Jerome lurking in the shadows and Nina Reeves still involved in his life, Sonny's next steps will be critical. Is he being manipulated, or is he going through a real crisis that he can't control? The tension rises as Sonny rushes against time to discover the truth before it destroys everything he's achieved. Max Scorpio begins a new investigation. Max Scorpio, Port Charles's beloved former police commissioner, is back in action as he begins a new investigation. Mac, known for his acute instincts and unshakable commitment to justice, investigates a case that could have far-reaching consequences for the community. The details of the crime remain unknown, but spoilers indicate that it may include someone close to him, pushing the stakes even higher. With Felicia at his side, Mac will pursue any clue, no matter where it leads him. Could this probe be linked to the recent mafia warfare, or is it more personal? Given Mac's past with the Scorpio family and his contacts in Port Charles, his involvement may bring unexpected characters into the picture. Fans may expect intense interrogations, surprising disclosures, and possibly even a dangerous clash before the truth is exposed. Other explosive storylines. Aside from these core stories, the next 2 weeks will provide plenty of other drama. Carly and Nina's feud heats up. The fierce rivalry between Carly Spencer and Nina Reeves shows no signs of abating. With both ladies refusing to back down, their next confrontation might have devastating implications, particularly if Sonny is caught in the middle. Jocelyn and Dex's romance heats up. Jocelyn Jax and Dex Heller's relationship is growing stronger, but outside factors may put their commitment to the test. With danger lurking and secrets building up, will their love withstand the chaos? Elizabeth's emotional struggle. Elizabeth Weber is still dealing with her affections for Hamilton Finn and the lingering tragedy of her past. As she seeks clarity, a surprising confidant may emerge to assist her healing. Spencer and Trina face new challenges. Spencer Cassadine and Trina Robinson are managing their romance under family strife and external dangers. A new challenge may push them to make a difficult decision about their future. Final thoughts. The next 2 weeks on General Hospital offer constant twists, intense confrontations, and game-changing revelations. Drew's plea to Willow may reshape their relationship, Sonny's mystery grows darker by the day, and Mac's inquiry may reveal truths someone wants to keep hidden. With so much at risk, fans can expect intense drama that will have them counting down the minutes until the next episode. As alliances change and betrayals emerge, one thing is certain: Port Charles will never be the same. The drama in Port Charles never stops, and the next 2 weeks of General Hospital offer dramatic confrontations, heartfelt pleas, and perplexing riddles that will keep viewers on the tip of their seats. Relationships will be strained, secrets will be revealed, and danger lurks around every corner as familiar individuals become engaged in high-stakes scenarios. Drew pleads with Willow. Drew Kane and Willow Tate are involved in one of the most fascinating plots, with Drew making a desperate plea that has the potential to change everything. Drew, who has been struggling to rebuild his life following his tragedy, finds himself at a crossroads where he must confront his previous mistakes and their consequences for people around him. His relationship with Willow has always been complex, considering their shared history with Michael and the continuous turmoil within the Quartermain family. Drew will approach Willow with an urgent request within the next 2 weeks, which has the potential to either mend bridges or build an even larger chasm between them. Willow, who is still dealing with her own challenges, such as her health issues and the emotional toll of family strife, may not be in the appropriate frame of mind to listen to Drew's plea. Drew's insistence, on the other hand, implies that whatever he's asking for is critical to his life. Willow has been attempting to concentrate on her marriage to Michael and their family, but Drew's unexpected participation threatens disrupt her carefully maintained serenity. Will she listen to him, or will she shut him down in order to shield herself from further turmoil? Fans can expect heated sequences full with genuine emotion, as these two characters navigate their complex relationship. Meanwhile, Michael Corinthos will not tolerate Drew messing with his and Willow's lives. Michael has always been protective of Willow, and if he suspects Drew is causing her discomfort, he will not hesitate to intervene. This could result in a heated argument between Michael and Drew, reigniting past rivalries and potentially exposing buried resentments. Sonny's mystery deepens. Sonny Corinthos is no stranger to peril, but the following 2 weeks will find him engaged in a secret that even he cannot shake. Since his return from Nixon Falls and the aftermath of his memory loss, Sonny has been attempting to restore control of his empire and personal life. However, new threats are arising and someone or something is conspiring against him behind the scenes. Strange happenings continue to pile up around Sonny, including the mysterious disappearance of key associates, cryptic messages, and a growing suspicion that he is being watched. As he investigates more, he finds that this is more than just business. It's personal. But who is targeting him and why? One notion is that an old adversary has reappeared, seeking vengeance for past injustices. Another possibility is that someone in his own group has betrayed him. Sonny can't trust anyone at face value since Ava Jerome is still playing her own games and Nina Reeves' loyalty is continuously called into question. Even Sonny's right-hand guy, Jason Morgan, is absent, leaving a hole that renders him more vulnerable than ever. As the story progresses, viewers will witness Sonny in rare form, calculated, paranoid, and determined to discover the truth before it's too late. However, as he progresses, the game becomes more hazardous. Could this be the precursor to a significant twist involving a returning character, or a devastating betrayal? Mac investigates a crime. On the law enforcement front, Commissioner Mac Scorpio is drawn into a high-profile probe, with potentially far-reaching ramifications. Mac has always been Port Charles's moral compass, but this case will put him to the test. Details are sparse at first, but it's evident that whatever crime was committed is serious, possibly involving extortion, kidnapping, or murder. Clues will begin to point to some of Port Charles's most prominent figures, requiring Mac to tread a fine line between justice and political consequences. His commitment to the truth may put him at conflict with local officials and perhaps his own family. Meanwhile, his friendship with Felicia may suffer if the matter becomes too personal. One intriguing option is that the crime Mac is investigating is related to Sonny's mystery, or possibly Drew's plea to Willow. General Hospital enjoys interwoven storylines, and this could be the thread that binds multiple characters together. Other Port Charles developments. While these three narratives take center stage, other characters will experience critical moments in the coming weeks. Carly and Drew's bond. Carly and Drew's friendship is evolving, and some fans believe it could turn romantic. Will their bond become stronger as they rely on one another for support? Elizabeth struggles. Elizabeth Weber is still dealing with her mental health issues and the impact of her hallucinations. Will she finally seek the assistance she requires, or will her situation worsen? Spencer and Trina. Young love is never easy, especially with Esme Prince looming in the background. Spencer and Trina's relationship confronts additional challenges as outside forces attempt to separate them. Dr. Hamilton Finn and Alexis Davis's burgeoning romance may be jeopardized if past truths resurface. Final thoughts. The next 2 weeks of General Hospital promise to bring the ideal combination of suspense, romance, and treachery that fans want. Drew's plea to Willow has the potential to change relationships. Sonny's mystery could reveal a deadly new opponent, and Mac's probe could expose corruption at the heart of Port Charles. With so much at risk, viewers will not want to miss any of the drama. As is customary in Port Charles, nothing is what it seems, and trust is a luxury few can afford. Loyalties will be tested, hearts will be broken, and some characters may not emerge undamaged. One thing is certain: the next 2 weeks will change people's lives forever.